Hey fellas, Dan Brokus from Lead Faucet Tactical. I spent 26.5 years in the military, 21 have been in the SF community. Out of those 21 years, I've had 2 breaks. Both of them have been at the SF schoolhouse where we teach CQB and sniper operations. Retired this past September, started my company Lead Faucet Tactical. It's all based on my experience. Everything I've learned, I want to give back to the LE military community. The company revolves around training, CQB and marksmanship, and we're also producing some products. No matter what technique you use, there's 5 things you need to remember. 1, don't fight from the threshold. 2, clear your critical corners first. No matter what technique you're using, collapse your primary and alternate sectors of fire. That has to happen. Know the responsibilities of the 2 through 5 man, whatever CQB you use or how many numbers. The days of the hall boss are gone, so no need to do that. Everybody needs to know everybody's responsibilities. And lastly, fight one room at a time. Sometimes we come into rooms and there's 2 or 3 opposing threats. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just remember, one room at a time, lock down the next threats, and then make the call what direction the team leader wants to go. But remember, one room at a time, don't overwhelm yourself. You should have some good nonverbal SOPs and cues in place. It's already loud, noisy, bombs going off, people on the radio. So try to limit your amount of talking going on. It only adds to confusion. And the one is squeeze and release. One man gets a squeeze, everybody else behind him is ready to go. He doesn't have to turn his head or look. Squeeze and release tells everybody in that stack we're moving forward. The next is the barrel dip. We're pulling cross coverage on a door. Barrel dip means, hey, I'm giving that door up. You're the first guy in. Next, we have the brush. Different than a squeeze and release. It's not saying, hey, we're all ready to move, but in certain situations, to cover an opposing threat, as a fellow assaulter, I see another assaulter locking it down, I can come up and brush him and he's gonna pie it off and I can move on to my priorities of work or whatever my SOP is in that room. So don't forget our nonverbal communication inside. It only allows for smoothness and less talking. We have these acronyms: speed, surprise, balance, and action, dominate, eliminate, control. That's all true in a CQB environment. It's a very aggressive sport. Sometimes I see that as a tendency to say, hey man, that means I need to move as fast as possible. I like to break it down like this. You got about 1.5 seconds, square up, step center, break through the threshold, move to and through your point of domination if you're using that technique of CQB. Collapse your primary and alternate sector of fire. Oh, and by the way, discriminate between a threat and non-threat. That's a lot of information to process one assaulter going into the room. And if we're moving too fast, we're not gonna process all that information. So start off slow, crawl, walk, run. Nothing wrong with that. We're gonna start with a narrow field of vision, almost like a coffee stirring straw, but over repetition and time and repetition, we're gonna start seeing the big picture, and mistakes will drop significantly if we start off slow. So don't start off too fast. A couple other key things I see out there: don't hunt through your sights. We already have narrow vision when we're starting off with CQB, and under stress, our vision narrows too. So don't hunt through your sights. Head needs to be on a swivel. It's a depressed muzzle for a reason. Head on a swivel, clear field of vision. Also, nothing wrong with dry fire in CQB. Just like magazine changes on the range, pull out a whiteboard, label 1 through 5, or how many assaulters you got going in a room, draw up some rooms, and have your guys articulate where they would go based on what style of CQB you're gonna use. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, even in a CQB world. And remember, everything's a rehearsal for something.